Welcome to the Sum of the Screen Squad. Like always, I'm Vinny.
I'm Ozzy.
Adam,
This week we're talking about last week's release, Wakanda Forever.
hey, we're on vacation.
Wakanda. We were on vacation that week. We finally all got together and watched it in person, all together, all in the group in a dine-in that wasn't a dine-in that was supposed to be a dine-in.
Whose
AMC.
fault is that?
Gotta love it.
Goddamn Disney Springs and AMC for not putting it up.
AMC. Gotta love it. Disney
I
Springs.
I blame Oz.
It's always my fault.
Yeah, yeah. But
Just
luckily,
just, just like just like in this movie, it's playing the Mexican. It's fine.
luckily, it was luckily we did get to watch the whole movie. We enjoy. I mean, I enjoyed the movie.
We?
We all got to watch the movie. You had
I mean,
already.
I saw it before.
You
Yeah,
saw
I
it
saw it
before
before
all of
Hannah
us.
got.
You decided to go watch it before all of us anyway. So.
Yeah, and you see why?
Yeah, you had a point. You had a point.
Hmm. But it was a good movie. It was an enjoyable movie, right?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Right. There was some good, there's some bad, and Wakanda Forever is one of those. It does have a lot of sad moments in it, just mainly because it has to deal with not even T'Challa. It's more like Chadwick Boseman's death.
Mm.
Not even it's just the real life how they have to kind of maneuver with it in the movie.
They're
Yeah,
coping, them coping, their characters coping with it, and how it affects their everyday life afterwards.
It's like
yeah. Like the emotions displayed were actually real.
Yeah, it was a parallel, but I really it was a lot of fun.
I mean, the lady behind us really was really man.
She
My
really
baby,
felt. She
my
really
baby's
felt it.
gone.
She really
That
felt
lady,
it.
that lady was crazy. Uh,
But Wakanda Forever, you get introduced to.
Wakanda
Well, you get more Wakanda, but you also
forever.
get introduced to Namor,
Kulkulkan.
to Namor, right? To Namor,
Mm.
the Submariner, but she's never actually called the Submariner. He just referred
Is
to as.
he really Mexican in the comic books?
I mean,
No,
he's in real life.
No, 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 no. They made it seem like he was what is it? Mayan, Aztec? I don't know what it was.
Well, in the comic, it's Atlantis.
Oh, so they lied.
they had to switch up
They lied. They didn't have to switch it up.
a little bit.
Nah. So it's stupid, that whole Namor thing.
So
All right. Disrespect.
it's because the thing is,
Disrespect to the comics.
well, if you think about it, it's like
They
Namor.
just had to throw Hispanics in there
Well,
to make
because
people happy.
the problem is that Namor was his story is too close to Aquaman's.
Whose fault is that?
Well, he was created before Aquaman, right? So this
Or was
is
it after?
no. Well,
No,
in the comic book, it was
before,
before, but the
before.
movie came out after Aquaman, so you can't really use the same kind of story because in the comic book
It's not the
he's
You
same
can't,
story.
you can, but it gets confusing.
well.
That's
Let's
the problem.
in Aquaman is born from a from an Atlantean prince or Atlantean queen
And
Mm.
Jason Momoa is,
and
a monster.
a lighthouse captain, right? A lighthouse
The
keeper,
beautiful, beautiful monster.
right? Then
Huh?
in the Submariner, the comic books, his origin is he's the son of a sea captain and an escaped Atlantean princess. So it's pretty much the
Arr.
same thing, right?
I went ahead
See,
and
the,
had
see,
sex with another mermaid. Nar.
so you really can't use that. You really can't use the story. I mean, so
Who
technically,
wrote it first, though?
Marvel.
Namor.
So I still would have used it. This is my story. Disclaimer: DC stole our story, and that's how you start the movie.
Yeah,
Disclaimer:
yeah.
DC
Might as
thieves.
well.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know the history of the comic book. What am I,
but
two?
but his last name in the comic book. I mean, one of the origins is that his last name is Mackenzie.
Namor McKenzie?
Yeah.
So how's he Mexican? I don't get it. I still don't get it.
It was more, I guess,
Namor
more for the movie. More
Sanchez.
for the
That would have
movie.
been different.
Con Chewie.
name is Namor Gutierrez. I sell elotes at the side of the tree.
And pass me the taco.
No, those are some soggy tacos.
He's a master of the fish taco.
Yeah,
It's those fish tacos. That's what it
but
is.
no. So it's
It's like a face.
I guess because because you can't really use because they didn't want to use Atlantis. They wanted to make it more grounded. Use the old like Mayan Aztec kind of history, which I liked. I didn't mind the story.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be pretty
I wouldn't
stupid
mind it
when they would use
either.
it.
Go ahead.
No, I just thought it was cool that they used it, and that they used enough of it where it didn't feel like this is a stupid afterthought.
Mm.
It looked like they actually put some time into like creating a story.
Well, Aquaman's been out for a while now.
No, but I mean, the Mesoamerican, uh, like 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 history, like mixed into Namor or Namor.
Namor.
Namor, and
Namor.
I had to say it with the accent because he's
Namor Mackenzie.
called me Namor Gutierrez. Namor Espinosa.
No, say that. I don't know. I guess they had to change it, but still.
Just so no one actually think about, hey, it's Aquaman's story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's ours first. It's ours.
they didn't stick to the originals, the original story, so
well, it's
it
okay.
loses points for me.
I mean, well, it's okay because he's still a good villain in this movie. Villain, anti-hero. He's a little bit. He's just.
I mean, they were all good. The actors were good. The story was good.
Well, I mean, he had a reason. He had his reasoning, right? That's another thing. That's what makes the same thing.
They killed my mother.
Well, the same thing. Well, it's the same thing with Killmonger, right? Like you have he has a good reason to protect his people, but even then, if you think about it, his people they saw him as a god, even though he's not really a god. He's just a mutant. They treat him as like their god. So I wonder if not because of the way the movie goes and what happens by the end, are they like the Namora, right? The female. I wonder if she's like, well, he's not really a god anymore to me because he kind of surrendered, even though saying like, well, they're eventually gonna need our help. So I made a deal. But he didn't.
So he'll be back.
Yeah, so he didn't.
I'll be back.
He didn't make a deal. He didn't really make a deal. He just gave up.
Yeah.
Just to save face. But I mean, ultimately, when from his first introduction, he's a force to reckon with because he's strong.
Yeah.
You would think you'd I mean, I don't want to like say anything because I'm a fatty. So he's not as cut as most of these guys come into these movies. You notice that?
And you would think he would because he's swimming all the time.
Yeah.
Give me a Michael Phelps body, like
he doesn't have a swimmer's body, but it's all right. I mean, it's okay.
He uses his wings.
That's true.
He uses his wings to swim.
He relies too much on the wings.
He doesn't walk. Just flying around, like Black Adam.
How dare you? But look at Black Adam compared to Namor.
That's all magic. That's why.
I do have a little issue with Black Adam too. But
you shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. It's all CGI. It's all CGI.
Like anytime he's coming at someone, it's just like standing still, and they just kind of move the camera closer to him. That's all it did. It was a little annoying.
But you know how heavy it is to carry the rock on like bungee cords?
Yeah, 4 guys done.
Bungee cords.
It's a lot. It's a lot. No, but so we get the return, right? So this movie takes place obviously after the Thanos blip. That's the connection, right? There's really not a lot of a big connection to the overall Marvel like story, which was good. Like
Thankfully.
Right?
6 years later.
Thankfully.
Because if you think about it, all the movies that they've done with all this multiverse stuff, you get a little bit okay. Give me the standalone, and this is that standalone movie that doesn't really have to connect as much because they're
just like the original Black Panther.
At all. Actually, at all. It's only when Julia Louis-Dreyfus comes out.
And
it's
then,
like,
okay. and the stuff they pepper in were just like little Hulk things and like. Although, and it's interesting. One of the things that I was when I was watching, I was like, when they're talking about where Riri Williams, right, Ironheart, they bring her on. They don't at all mention other than the fact, oh man, she has an Iron Man suit. That's the only time they don't mention that she designing
Built it.
things or taking parts from Iron Man's, like any other old Iron Man suits or anything like
Mm-hmm.
that, or how it's been designed.
I think that's what the show's gonna be about more than anything though.
But I think ultimately, the
But didn't
fact,
the Wakandians just build that?
But they told her she can't keep it. She can't take it with her.
What I'm saying. Oh, so she's gonna have to build her own.
yeah,
Yeah.
again,
Oh no, my brother, you gotta build your own.
right? But again, in the overall grand scheme of the 1,000 Marvel movies that came
You
before
remember those
it,
Time Life CDs? Sorry.
What?
what?
Remember those Time Life like infomercials,
Uh-huh.
like smooth jams of this of the like whatever, and the dad, all these songs like, oh, that's a great collection. Can I borrow it? Oh no, my brother, you gotta get your own. No, whatever. I'm old. Leave me alone.
That sounded like Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah. the so but like I did enjoy the fact that it's not like all 100% like encompass all with the giant connections and everything connecting to multiverse and all this other stuff,
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
right? I did like that in the movie. I enjoyed it. I liked the way that they dealt with T'Challa's passing, right? And
Yeah.
the guilt that Shuri feels over it, not being able to
Save him.
save him, right? That's really the big chunk of the movie. That is, what she has to deal with, why she has to get over her grief. But this movie's just about dealing
Well,
with grief.
it's not just that though. It's also the fact that she tried to get a cure, try to fix him, but also at the end never being able to actually go say goodbye because she's too busy trying to do something else.
Well, that's what I'm
True
saying.
that.
The whole movie deals with dealing with grief,
Yeah.
dealing with loss, right? And then how to rebuild and you're like after, not just Shuri, but like everyone else, Nakia, right? And then when you have what's
Okoye?
Okoye, right? Okoye, that whole Okoye story, that whole like her part of her part. I don't like like spoilers. I don't like the suit that they give Okoye. Seriously, get the dog whisperer over there. No, I don't like the suits that they gave Okoye. Visually they weren't appealing at all.
The
Mm-mm.
Midnight Angels?
Yeah, they were not. I
They
did not
look
like
like
the way they looked.
they reminded
Squids.
they remind me of remember in Hellboy, Abe?
Oh
Uh
yeah.
huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of look a little bit like that. Like, hey, is that?
Mm-hmm.
Also, they look
Yeah.
like VR troopers, like the knockoff Power Rangers.
Oh, rest in peace, bro.
Wow.
Rest in
Right.
peace.
Racer pre.
Jesus didn't tap. Remember, rest in peace.
But no, they did look like those knockoffs. Like I just didn't like it. I didn't like those suits. I didn't like the way they designed them. I didn't like the way they looked.
Yeah.
I didn't even like Ironheart's final suit. I didn't like the way it looked either.
No, it looked like the suit from remember Into the Spider-Verse.
No, I think who said it? I think Edgar is the one that said it. Big Hero 6.
Oh yeah. Big Hero 6.
Like
That's what,
Baymax?
that would remind. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what it reminded me of.
it looked a lot. It looked a
It is
lot like
Disney.
that. Yeah, it looked a lot like that. Oh, speaking of Disney, Bob Iger's back, huh? Bob
Yeah.
Chapek left. Couldn't even last 2 years.
Who cares?
Hey, well, we're gonna get a lot of these movies redone over again now. Um, but no, I didn't like this. That's one of the things that was one of the things that I didn't like. I liked the pace of the movie because even though it was a long movie, it didn't feel like a long movie.
Yeah, they did good. Mm-hmm.
Pace
That's
wise,
good.
and, the music, and again the music was good in this
Yeah.
in this movie too, just like in the first
Let's,
Black
let's
Panther.
set the scene. The music set scenes up pretty good.
Angela.
And we can't
She
talk
was.
about Angela.
She was the best part of that movie.
yeah.
Angela Lansbury was really good in this movie.
Rest in peace, son.
Huh?
Angela Lansbury died. You know that, right? Like-
Lansbury.
Yeah, he said Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury.
Mrs. Potts.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, she
no,
wrote-
seriously. No, the Queen, right? She was really good in the movie. For
Angela Bassett. Yeah.
Angela Bassett, she's really good in the movie. I mean,
Good.
I'm not gonna go as far as say what everyone else is saying. Is like, oh, she's gonna get nominated for an Oscar. No,
You know
but
what
Yeah,
though?
I don't know about that.
I don't
but
know
she
about
was
that.
the
But
best part of that movie.
She was, yeah.
You know what the way these things are, she might get nominated. She might actually do it, and not because she deserves it a lot. She's a great actress, but I
And
think
she's
they're gonna do it just
gorgeous.
yeah, dude. She's like she
Talking
just
about
ages
gorgeous, you
way
get
better.
you talk about Nakia. What
Lupita Nyong'o.
Lupita Nyong'o. Wow, like again this movie, I was like,
Why can't you remember their
I
names?
didn't see Maz Kanata this time, but no,
Speaking
but
of gorgeous, Winston
Namor.
Duke,
Oh,
man.
Winston.
Spoilers, King Umbaku. King Umbaku. That I think was one of the surprises
He's
in the
still one
movie.
of the better. He's
He's
still one of the better characters in
yeah,
these movies.
yeah. He definitely is, like, again, the characters that they stuck with in this movie really did make this movie, right? Because Namor, Tenoch, the actor Tenoch, he was really good as Namor, menacing, while still like not being too menacing. Because when he's meeting with Shuri and he's taking her to, through the what is it called, the EAC
Yeah.
from Finding Nemo,
That's what I thought too.
when he's taking her through the Finding Nemo tunnel, um, and he takes her to
Noggins.
right, and
Bro,
you see Crush, and you see all of them through this thing,
that's his name. I
right?
couldn't think of his name.
You see all of that. You see all of them in that tunnel. But then he takes her to
But you see it in
Atlantis.
Spanish.
Atlantis,
Órale.
right? Takes her to Atlantis and
Bravo.
shows her all this stuff. Yeah, shows her all of Atlantis. He's being super nice. It's like he can switch it. He can be like, okay, I'm being amicable. I'm being nice and all this, and then I'm gonna be very super menacing. Like I'll kill her. Right? Bring like all that stuff. So
Yeah, he didn't look trustworthy.
no, but he also, I guess you have to build that trust through through bringing the character back for more. How they're gonna bring him back for other things, I have no idea. When he doesn't want to be part of all this stuff, so we'll see. We'll see how all that comes to play. But I liked,
You know how like a lot of people thought certain things were gonna happen in this movie, but didn't happen.
yeah,
Like the room, like the idea that Doctor Doom was gonna be in this, or that the metal that people are looking for, they end up finding a new metal like adamantium.
adamantium. Yeah, like yeah, but I'm again, that makes it for me it was fine. I'm glad that they
Eternium. It's Eternium.
yeah, it's
No, they find that in Pandora, right next to the
that's
unobtainium.
unobtainium.
Stupid movie. God,
Why
I
is it
hate
that
you.
why is it that they always have like a certain metal that's super strong
It's
and
called
blah blah blah?
it's called MacGuffins, right? These movies need those MacGuffins, right?
Isn't there a bar named MacGuffins?
Well, that's why it's named called MacGuffins. It's after that one thing in the movie that triggers like the story. Like it's the one thing that's what the MacGuffin is.
Mm.
Like
Don't they sell those?
I like a good
like,
egg MacGuffin.
yeah,
Yeah, they sell those at the McDonald's in Ireland, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
Hey, I like some egg McGuffins.
In Mexico, they're called egg Mackenzies.
Egg McGuffins made with some with
But-
corned beef hash.
but I will give this to Disney Springs. Even though we saw it in Dolby in Disney Springs Dine-In, that was, I think,
it was a dine-in.
well,
Dine-in.
whatever,
Get it right.
Dine-In. But that was the biggest Dolby theater I had ever been to. I haven't been to a Dolby theater that had a balcony,
Yeah, it's pretty big.
right? Because that screen was huge.
Yeah, but you know what? Not a dine-in.
I can forego
We
the
still
dine-in.
ate in it.
It was still good. It was still a good giant screen. The audio was clean. The picture was crisp. I will give it that.
The lady behind us was in stereo crying.
Yeah. It was no smile audio, but
No. But still, it was still good. I mean, from everything that, like, again, the pacing was good. The character, the acting was great in this movie. It was really enjoyable. Where they're gonna go from here? Again, this movie didn't really have didn't have any post credit scene other than the mid credit scene that just introduced what happened between those years before T'Challa
6 years.
passed, right? Before T'Challa passed. Like from the
Yeah,
blip, from the
yeah.
blip to when he passed, they kind of just filled it in real quickly. What happened, right?
I don't remember.
Well,
Prince,
they had a kid.
the Prince,
Oh
Prince
yeah, yeah,
T'Challa,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. Okay.
But that was for some reason here like it was 12 years old, but I don't know
Yeah.
how you did that. 6 years and then 12 years. Yeah, kind of was interesting.
He's got superpowers.
Maybe,
He's
maybe
got
Yeah,
he
it's
was
in the blood.
he was made from that he was made from the herb that flower. So you
Yeah.
never
so is
know.
Snoop.
That's true. Well, Snoop has power
That
too.
herb
Everyone
is
knows that.
that herb is disintegrating him, getting skinnier and skinnier.
But then
He's
the whole thing
tall and
then
lean,
the whole thing with Val with Julia Louis Dreyfus now being the I guess she took over Ross's job because he was the one running all that, right?
Yeah.
The Thunderbolt Ross, because that was the new director or whatever. Where that's gonna go to, that's the one thing that left questions, but it's fine. I didn't mind it because it was one of those questions that I'm okay with.
You can focus on that later.
Yeah, because that's gonna be its own thing. That's just sprinkled in to kind of tell me where it's gonna go, like where it's gonna go next.
The Thunderbolts.
Yeah. So, but how they need the Thunderbolts in here, regardless, right? But maybe they're gonna need Riri Williams to build some stuff for them. I don't know. We'll see. I had a good time watching this though.
I was digging that Rihanna song at the end.
It's
I
too,
wonder if it's
too slow. It's too slow compared to like the other songs, but I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. It's a somber.
No, the question: do you
song.
Getting tired of it already.
was that song?
I only heard it one time. That was the one time I heard it.
Was that song actually for the movie, or is it from an album?
No, it's for the movie. It's for the movie.
So you'll see it nominated. It's fine.
You lift me up.
You know how they
Oh, that's not it.
On the wings of eagles.
Yeah. So, but do I recommend Wakanda Forever? Yeah, I do recommend Wakanda Forever, especially because it is one of those movies where you don't have to know all of the stuff from the Marvel movies to like enjoy it. If you've never seen a Marvel movie, do you have to watch the first Black Panther? It would help. It would help, but do you need to? Nah, not really. Right?
The Michael B. Jordan part in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, and bringing back Killmonger, which made sense, kind of understood, like that you can't really bring anyone else in.
Yeah.
Right, and so again, it goes back to they brought back one of the better characters of the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because you can't. It would have been
the
horrible.
Best part of the original movie.
It would have been bad if they would have done a CGI Chadwick Boseman. So I commend them for not trying to do that.
And who would have done the voice? That's
he had recorded a whole bunch of audio. You could have just spliced together, just like they do with James Earl Jones.
Or the what if?
Yeah, a lot of audios he must have recorded for that. So.
You know,
I enjoyed it.
James Earl Jones still alive now, right?
Yeah, but he's not doing the voice for Darth Vader. They use computer sounds using his voice.
He sounds too old now.
Yeah, he doesn't sound the same.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed this movie. I'm glad that it didn't have to do with anything that Disney did after Endgame. So I guess that's why I enjoyed it, because all that garbage that came out, and then now this, and this is okay. This is. All right.
And this is the end of what is it? Phase 4?
Yeah.
This is the end of Phase 4. So it ends with this and it starts with Ant-Man. The next phase starts with Ant-Man.
Yeah. So maybe.
The
February?
multiverse. Yeah, the multiverse.
The multiverse.
Is it February or March?
Multiverse of Madness.
It's February. I think it's February. I'm not sure. But all I know is that it starts with Ant-Man. So we'll see how Ant-Man is. Hopefully it's somewhat standalone as well, and then we get to see the guy who fights Creed in the next. We get to see the full version of Kang the Conqueror.
You know his name's Jonathan Majors, right?
Yeah.
It's not Mackenzie.
Namor Mackenzie. No, but ultimately yes. If you get a chance, even though I know it's making all the monies, go watch Black Panther. Or Wakanda Forever. Sorry, it's not called Black Panther. It's called Wakanda Forever. A Black Panther story. All right. So and it's funny. That's one thing that I will bring it. I will bring up. Where I was sitting next to my nephew, he kept saying, "Where's Black Panther?" Throughout the majority of the movie.
Yeah.
Right. That's so. I did like that. That's the reason why
Shows
you don't
up.
call it.
Shows up later.
That's why you don't call it Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
It's called Wakanda Forever,
Yeah.
technically,
Shows up. Shows
right?
up.
Black Panther is there
Eventually.
eventually. So, recommended, yes, highly recommended. Go watch it in Dolby. Go watch it in IMAX. Go watch it, and then also watch Black Adam. Go watch Black Adam. You have two movies with black in the title: Black Adam, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
Both
They both
enjoyable.
have precious metals.
Yes,
Both enjoyable.
both
MacGuffin.
enjoyable in their own way. One is super violent. The other one's Wakanda Forever.
With Atlanteans.
Yeah, with what were their names?
Mexican Atlanteans.
Tahitians. What were their names?
Who?
The people from Atlantis in this movie? They had a name.
Oh, I don't know. Oz?
I don't know.
I don't know, and who cares?
They're water Mexicans. What they are.
Because they weren't. Wow.
I could say it because I'm Mexican. Relax.
Easy. I didn't
I'm
say
a Mexican mix.
I didn't say anything.
Or anyone online, if they even watch this, for some reason, I'm
For some reason, nobody.
I actually am a water Mexican. I'm a watermelon Mexican.
Watermelon.
So, haha.
Watermelon Mexican.
Exactly.
Watermelon sugar.
Watermelon
Oh.
Mexican. Watermelon Mexican.
Well,
Watermelon Mexican.
on that note, guys, this has been Vinny.
This is Ozzy.
And
Well, I'll see you guys next week.